Ladies and gentlemen, you're welcome to MYBET.AFRICA. My name is Nakwame. You can call me Super, and I'm here with the usual suspects, System Boy and Francis. And the official System Boy, Jens, now do say, no, we are proper System Boy. He has gone through the system.
He has gone to America.
Yes, Yankee. American System Boy is in the building. And today, just like we always do, we bring you the best football content trending in Ghana, in the world as large. And of course, one of the things that we have on our agenda today is discussing Otto Addo, who has returned as the Black Stars coach. He's been assisted by John Pencil and Otto Addo. I almost said the Jaco, but we all know that that's John Pencil's nickname. And we are going to discuss it. We're going to evaluate his works as the coach before he took us to the World Cup. World Cup, right?
He took us to the World Cup.
World Cup, yes. Took us to the World Cup. We got out of the group stages, plenty issues there and there. But he's been brought back as the Black Stars coach. Welcome, Francis.
Yeah, Charlie, bro.
Welcome, Vincent.
Today call him Vincent.
Yeah, call him Vincent.
System Boy.
System Boy. That's his
Today
name. Today
the Yankee level be sick.
I swear.
I won't go Yankee, so
you go Yapogon.
He won't travel. He will dress like we dress like your destination.
The guy in favorite place be Yapogon for Abidjan.
Abidjan. Allah. Don't worry.
That place they have to go there again.
He be there with them born Diomande.
Oh, okay.
The Ivorian guy that Otto Addo called.
DJ Drogba too.
Drogba to be. That means that place there, it passed plateau with that.
Yeah. So let's quickly jump into the conversation. So Otto Addo has been called back or appointed as the Black Stars coach.
Yep. Well, if you look at that, based on the trajectory that the FA have been preaching, then he is the right man for the bill. Because if you look at the major European leagues, the best talents in that league basically happen to be through the hub of Right to Dream Football Academy in Norway. You look at Red Bull Salzburg in Austria, and then Borussia Dortmund in Germany. Basically, Dortmund picks players from these academies to their side and then groom them and then sell them. And the man at the heart of that production is Otto Addo. We won't massage issues. He is a good talent scout and a developer. And if the Black Stars, we are clamoring that we need a rebuild, then in this world, he's one of the finest coaches that you can take to rebuild your team for you. Out of him, we had Erling Brot Haaland, who is now with Manchester City. We had Jadon Sancho, Manchester United back to Borussia Dortmund. You look at a player like this guy, what's his name? His name is escaping me.
Which guy?
Jude Bellingham.
Yeah.
Now with Real Madrid. So you look, all of them have gone through the hands of Otto Addo. So you look at him, he's like a production machine. He knows how to take raw materials and mold them into finished goods. And not just any ordinary finished good. Absolute war beaters. So if we have a young team like Mohamed Kudus, you look at players like Abdul Fattah Issahaku playing some fantastic stuff for Leicester City this season. You look at all these, Patrick Bozo, you look at all these guys and you want to put them together to form a formidable team, then reappointing Otto Addo is a step in the right direction. Actually, I was just opening my eyes widely to look at his backroom staff, whether we are going to have the same old suspects that have always been in the domain.
Yeah.
But like you rightly said, John Pencil, people question John Pencil's appointment, but basically Otto Addo called for Michael Essien. Yeah. They contacted Michael Essien and he said he's not interested at this particular point in time. So they had to call on someone and they decided to go for John Pencil. John Pencil is a coach. He has John Pencil Football Academy. He has been doing 1 or 2 local scouting here and there. So let's give him a chance and see what he can, because he has played across the European League. He has played in the English Premier League for Fulham and then to some extent, I think West Ham at a point in time. So it's good for him to have that step up to the Black Stars. Then we have Otto Addo, former goalkeeper of the Black Stars. He has been to the AFCON in 2015. He has been to the World Cup in 2014. So it's in terms of experience-wise, we have these guys there to be able to form the nucleus of the newly carved technical team of the Black Stars. So I wish them all the best. And I think Otto Addo, let's see. We should be patient. The results will not come. The reality. Let everybody face this reality. The results will not come now. But let's look at 1 year, 2 years. Let's go to the first tournament, second tournament, and we can start being hard on them from there.
Okay. We are still here on MYBET.AFRICA TV. My name is Kwame. I'm moving on to you, System Boy. He said that Otto Addo is the best coach. Do you stick
Based on
by-
the project.
Based on the project. I mean, based on his pedigree as a very, very good football scout. And he mentioned all the players that have come to the ranks of Otto Addo.
I don't think maybe he's the best coach, but I think he's the right one for the job with the kind of project you want to do. Saying he's the best, maybe you could have
I say he's one of the best.
one of the best. Okay, then that's fine. And maybe those best coaches that we expect, they didn't apply for the job, and he did. And I mean, Otto Addo coming on board, being one of the most expensive coaches for the Black Stars. I think he knows what he's going to do. And even Dortmund, Ibriki, that communicate after some few months, the deal will be permanent. Then they will renew their contract. So I think with the experience with the staff, he has Joseph Luhmann, who's also had stints with Bochum, Barnsley, and I think one of the top teams in Europe. So he's also an experienced UEFA Pro Lions coach who's also coming to help. Fatal Dauda also, helping him with the coaching staff, or be replacing Olele. And we also have Pentel, who's also coming in. But I think I'm very interested in the coaching department because for the past years, I mean, we've been having a lot of coaching issues in our Black Stars. And I think Fatal Dauda coming in, because Fatal Dauda was a local goalkeeper. Then he got a chance to be the number one for the national team. So with him being the goalkeepers coach right now, I think if he can give any of the local goalkeepers chance to be the number one, I think that would be very, good for him as well. But so it all depends on the Ghanaian, the goalkeepers playing the local leagues as well. So I think we should give them the benefit of the doubt and also, support them. Otto Addo, before the World Cup, we saw how he wanted to play. We saw the pattern, how he wanted to play. Just that it was just a short period from the qualifiers, was he around for the qualifiers against South Africa?
He played in the playoff.
The playoff only against Nigeria.
Yeah.
Okay. So from Nigeria to World Cup, we saw how he wanted to play. And with these two friendly games, I think maybe we might not see what we want to see because we are missing a lot of notable names. Hearing Kudus might not be able to join the team in Morocco. Partey is not available. Joseph Pentel. And a lot of we also have a new guys in. So I think with the kind of players, midfielders forcing the new guy from Rangers there, Diomande, and other guys, I think with the kind of guys we have in the squad right now, we can see the way forward for Otto Addo, how he wants to play the system, having the kind of number 8 forcing, and Diomande, if he has Partey and Kudus in the team. I think we all know how Otto Addo wants to set up. So I think we should just support them, and also Yenjai sa matrama kwa semino say Otto Addo by Amamefa. So this time round,
but he took us to the World Cup.
Oh yeah.
People should forget about sentiment. It's football, it's business. You have to be visionary. You want to rebuild. And this guy he has a track record of building players. You understand? It's not just an ordinary or emotional appointment.
Best talent coach in Europe for the past 5 years.
And Sebastian Kehl, on the way to the studio, I was reading the tweets he posted out there. Dortmund officially came out with a tweet. And Sebastian Kehl said, losing Otto Addo is a big deal for them because they are losing one of the finest men in the job in terms of talent development. But he will always stay in touch with the man. So that tells you that they are even looking at life for Otto Addo beyond or after the Ghana job. Because at a point in time, he can't stay here forever.
Yeah.
So they are looking at even that possibility that you can come back at any time that you want to come back. Sorry. So that tells you how they adore him and how they love him, how they look at the kind of job he does for them. Yeah. And if you have employers saying all this about their employee, that tells you that employee is a very good employee.
If you are watching us, we are here on MYBET.AFRICA TV. Do well to always press that notification bell up there. So when we drop a video, you can be one of the first people to watch the video. And of course, go ahead to like, comment, and let us know what you think about some of the things that we discuss here. Now we're moving on to another conversation that personally, I know that I have issues with this particular conversation. System Boy will have particular issue about this particular conversation. I don't know about Francis. He will probably be in the middle, but he has a very good football analyst. He knows what we're about to talk about. Pochettino. Pochettino has been more or less like an on and off coach this season. I mean, we were leading the last game we played against Leicester City. We were leading by 2 goals. We dropped 2 goals, and then we had to do a late comeback to win the game 4-2. People are saying that, I mean, for the first time we saw Chelsea do a comeback, and then it looked so nice. Like, this is a team that we need to stick with. But I want us to enter that conversation properly and find out, do we still think that Pochettino is the right man for this Chelsea project? Do you think that he needs to be given more time? Do you think, or from the way we are playing, are you confident that this is the man going to transform Chelsea into a club that will play in the Champions League maybe next season or next 2 seasons? Let me start with you, System Boy.
Well, with our new system and how the new owners want to set up the team, I mean, getting young guys from age 18 to 24, the average age, playing for, I mean, a certain period of years, buy more players, send them to one of our sister clubs. Then, I mean, that's the system right now the Americans want to do. But, I mean, the last time Chelsea won the EPL was in 2015. And you see, winning the Premier League, you see, we've won the Champions League, we've won the Europa League, I mean, in those years. But winning the Premier League, you need to have, I mean, a correct system or a correct team, like how Pep Guardiola and, I mean, even since Klopp came to the Premier League, he's won the league just once. So, I mean, winning the Premier League, if that's our target, I think we need to, I mean, settle down, build a team from scratch. With Chelsea's own, for the past, we know Chelsea is that kind of club that we've been changing a lot of coaches. That's their system. Then you go, this coach will come, win 2 trophies, go. So Chelsea is that, I mean, trophy winning team, not like Francois Tima, coach, we are now for several years. Then Champions League crowd, no GB, then he'll be winning FA Cups. That's not system. That's not system.
Mm-hmm.
But you are fighting to win the FA Cup this season.
No, but I'm not saying
that's the only cup
I'm not
you can
saying
win this season.
like we don't play to win the FA Cups. But bo na yaji European Cups, na yaji Premier League. Then we win FA Cups. Na the Capital.
I don't blame you. I blame Arsene Wenger for staying for 20 years without winning any Champions League trophy.
So I think with basically Chelsea, we have a lot of new guys in the team. Some are from, I mean, different leagues. They're also young. And with the kind of style Pochettino is coming to play, I mean, we need more years for the guys to, I mean, get in touch with the system the coach wants to play. Because we've been on and off this season. We've a bit more competing like in 9 matches. Then when we lose, then we have some abysmal performance for, I mean, 5 or 4 games. Then we also bounce back. So one thing people are also forgetting about this Chelsea team is we are struggling with injuries. So if, like, coming to the season, we saw how we were playing the preseason.
Mm-hmm.
We had Nkuku in, we had Wesley Fofana, with James Benchiwo. Then all of a sudden, 4 or 5 key players now Omepra. I mean, having injuries in your team is something that is going to affect you. Obian team can say Kevin De Bruyne, April, it didn't affect Manchester City in any way. Mohamed Salah, April, it doesn't affect Liverpool in any way. And even if Saka or Odegaard is not in this Arsenal setup, it doesn't affect them in any way. It does. But one thing is, Chelsea is rebuilding the team. And all your team now, then there will be a little setback. They're not, we know Chelsea fans, we like me, since I started supporting Chelsea, every season, we win a trophy. So if, I mean, for a short period of time, new management, I mean, new board of directors, but then you are not winning trophies, there will be a lot of, I mean, talking, never be because of backstage. So I think with Pochettino, with how we want to run our club this time around, I think we have to give him, I mean, the chance, man, time. Because if you check for United, it's been 10 years, United haven't won the league since Sir Alex Ferguson, I mean, a free haul. Let's check the number of coaches are Omachenji. They did their research that Ten Hag is the man or bias. So people think say he's not the man. Only by Mourinho by. So say Kase, you be change. You go on and on, so you won't get a stable team. But if you really want to do this with this crop of players, I think, I mean, with the players now Chelsea, people are saying, let me tell you something. With the players Chelsea Chelsea scouting team is one of the best in Europe right now. Yes. One of the best in Europe.
Are you saying this?
No. It's not like I'm saying.
What are you saying is based on?
No.
100 million pounds.
But Mudryk, Arsenal was ready to pay that amount of money. Arsenal was ready to pay 95.
It was Chelsea that pushed that money to that level because Arsenal really wanted the player.
95 million. And Chelsea tried 100 million.
I read in
Moises Caicedo. Liverpool was ready to pay. Lavia. Liverpool was ready to pay. Madueke. Before Chelsea kwakoto Madueke in the Eredivisie, we check it stats, take-ons, everything. He was ahead of all the wingers in the league. So it's not like say the players Chelsea koto they were not good enough.
Which system do you have?
So that's what he's saying. That the players are good, but maybe the system and adapting to the team, the league.
Now I want to ask them this: Arsenal wanted Mikhailo Mudryk for 95 million, which I was surprised. That would have been Arsenal's most expensive signing of all time.
He tells you
a Ukrainian. I'm coming. Then Chelsea went and pushed the wages of the player and pushed the transfer fee up there, and the Ukrainian's head was turned all over because actually. Arsenal used the Ukrainian national team captain, Alexander Zinchenko, to in part of the bargain, but it never worked out. Then Arsenal had to go for plan B. Now they went in for Leandro Trossard, the Belgian. In between Leandro Trossard and Mikhailo Mudryk, based on what both players have delivered for their clubs, who will you say had the better of the bargain?
Let me answer that. Obviously,
we are football pundits.
Obviously, it's Trossard, but there are some things that go against Mudryk in this particular conversation. Why am I?
We are not comparing both.
Why am I saying? I'm saying this because this is Mudryk's first season.
Okay.
You
look at Leandro Trossard. Leandro Trossard is not a starter in this Arsenal team.
Of course,
and that's my problem with Arteta. One of my problems with Arteta.
I'm just saying that Trossard had played Brighton how many years before coming to?
You bought Gusto for like as low as 50 million.
Yes.
See how he's playing.
Let me tell you one thing. The reason why I'm punching hole, the reason I'm trying to punch hole in he's saying that Chelsea has some of the finest scouts in Europe. The problem with Chelsea is the team identity. The problem with Chelsea is the system that you are putting in place. The players you buy, you have to have a foreplay or you have to have an idea of the system in which you are buying the players into. Last season, we saw Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang from Saint-Etienne to Borussia Dortmund, to Arsenal, and then to Barcelona. He scored goals for these clubs. But when he came to Chelsea, he backfired. And in his career, it's only on record. It is only at Chelsea that he went to and looked ordinary and looked like off color. He looked like below average player.
That's because he wasn't getting enough playtime.
When Tuchel was there, Aubameyang was scoring.
Listen, they gave him time after Tuchel, but he wasn't performing. Fast forward, Thomas Tuchel brought in Kai Havertz from Bayer Leverkusen. He was one of the finest talents in the world from Bayer Leverkusen. And clubs had a bidding war before he went to Chelsea.
Yeah, I mean, a team like Real Madrid really
when he went to Chelsea, he wasn't as bad in his first season. With Timo Werner at the club, he was the brightest among the strikers that Chelsea had that season. He even outshined Romelu Lukaku. You understand? But in the last season before he moved to Arsenal, which was last season, he was off color. That tells you that the system didn't favor him. With all due respect, with all my dislike for Kai Havertz this season, he has given Arsenal the bargain that they went in for because he popped up in matches with winners for them. So that tells you that. That tells you that it's the season. No, that tells you that Chelsea as a club, it's not the coaches that are coming, but the DNA of the team.
If Havertz is a bagger, then Nicolas Jackson, Rade, that was so the Jackson, man. Rade, that was so the Jackson.
Live with your Jackson.
Jackson.
I sat
Jackson hasn't done too bad.
I sat here and I told you that the biggest problem of this Chelsea team is the striking department of the team. Until they fix that, the team will always struggle. In the past, don't forget, Chelsea went to Lazio and bought Hernan Crespo, the Argentine. Big signing. Superstar signing. He came to Chelsea and backfired.
If you're going to mention all the strikers who came to Chelsea and did not try.
Until they got to Drogba. And Jose Mourinho said...
I can even give you the list.
I'm telling you, Jose Mourinho said, he sat down, look at the Chelsea team, and realized that he need to mold a player of his own in the striking department. He has faced Didier Drogba when he was at Marseille with FC Porto. And the way Drogba tormented his team at that time, he realized that that guy is a player. He told Abramovich, I want Didier Drogba. And he asked him, from where? He said, from the French league. He said, where from this player? He said, Didier Drogba is from Ivory Coast. I need him. He said, why not this? Why not that? And why not this? And Drogba said he told him that, and Avram Grant, at that time, Avram Grant was the sporting director.
Yeah.
He told him that you put all the big players you can. Adrian Mutu, Hernan Crespo, help me, Kensman, and this one, Johnson, Johnson. He said, you bought all the best strikers, Asa Thierry Henry and Ruud van Nistelrooy on the transfer market. They are not delivering. I need my own player. Pay, Mr. Abramovich, stop talking. Pay the money. Bring him. I'm quoting Mourinho. He said, Mr. Abramovich, stop complaining. Just pay. And Drogba himself said when he came to Chelsea, people were doubting him. Around the training pitch, people basically come to watch the trainings because of Drogba. And he said, he has seen all the skeptics around the training pitch. He has seen all the doubters around the training pitch. He was quiet because at that point in time, the only thing that can do the talking for him
was his performance.
His performance on the pitch.
Okay. We need to be wrapping up this conversation.
And he basically delivered. All I want to say at the end of the day is, Mauricio Pochettino needs to develop a DNA for Chelsea and make sure
that's what he's doing.
As much as it will take him, the Chelsea owners should put a deaf ear to whatever criticism they will have and support him through thick and thin. When Arteta took over Arsenal, he went 8 matches losing spree. You remember?
See, Arsenal's culture is different from Chelsea.
But they did that. I am of the opinion that Manchester threw away their project the very moment they sacked Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. And the very moment they decided to bring Cristiano Ronaldo back to the club, distorted everything for them. So, if Chelsea really wants to get this right, they should stick with this manager. Go through all the pain barrier and settled on a good striker. Good striker that can, but it's definitely not gonna be Nicholas Jackson.
I think we have one of the best players in the world, from defense, midfield, attackers. But I mean, it's about time that the new era, new management, new board, the fans, we have to change. I mean, the Chelsea culture is changing. That Carlo Ancelotti will come 3 years, then he will go there. Mourinho will come 3 years. Gusinek will come, you go. Di Matteo will come and win the Champions League. That culture, I mean, echo. So we, the fans, we have to psych ourselves that the Chelsea are no.
Antonio Conte, who even won the Burnley for us.
Yes,
no, like what he's saying, Jurgen Klopp, when he took over from the Liverpool job, he came as a winner from Dortmund. He was the only one in recent memory that broke that monopoly of Bayern Munich in the Bundesliga and won the league with Mario Götze and co for 2 seasons before Bayern bounced back. And then he had to leave in his 3rd season to Liverpool. In his first 2 seasons, I think they struggled. The 3rd season, they went to the Europa League. I think finally got beaten by Sevilla. From there, when you had the core of his team and developed the DNA, they became a title-winning machine.
Yeah. So I think with Pochettino, I mean, our experience of Premier League, he knows the kind of pressure before even taking the Chelsea job. Known him say Chelsea is a trophy-winning team, and he's not that kind of a coach. I mean, that trophy-winning coach. So I mean, with Chelsea, maybe he can build onto that trophy-winning coach. But I mean, a time, Mitchmark say 1 PA, new players, new boys, new system and everything. So I think the fans, no say sometimes you channel your energy in it down. Then we should just give the coach time to build the team. But say far.
All right, say far. For the share comment section, my name is Anako. I always do well to click the bell. You drop a video say and I'll be then you can comment and you can share your thoughts on some of the things that we talk about. We spoke about Otto Addo being called back as the Black Stars coach, being assisted by Jacko and Jacko the Lion. These are the people who are going to steer the Black Stars into whatever victory, whatever plans that they have. But also, like I said, drop a comment and we do well to also get in touch with you. My name is Kwame. You can come Nana Kwame Labi on the streets. You call me Super Nana. I'm here with System Boy and Francis. And you do have a great day.